Time for another video. This topic is about tethers, man. Tethers. There's something peculiar about these immigrants, man, who have these animosities towards FBA, Foundation of Black Americans. Very peculiar, man. They always come around as trying to tell us, you know, how we shouldn't have these kind of delineations and all that, man. But they don't get it, man. They just keep coming around trying to convince us of how much we shouldn't be separating ourselves from them, man. To me, that's strange, man. It's like, however time we keep telling them, like, man, why y'all whining to us about it? Like, what's it to y'all that we delineate? Really ask these people, like, what's it to y'all? Like, why do y'all care so much about what we doing? You know, these people, man, they're like parasitic entities, man. Like, why would you come around FBA? You call us cicadas and jarirs and all these weird derogatory names, but why y'all want to come around us trying to convince us that we shouldn't be doing the delineation from y'all? Right? It don't make sense, man. It don't really make sense. It makes sense in the sense that y'all parasitic. You know, y'all depend on us. But y'all want to act like y'all don't. But little do y'all know, the fact that you come in trying to convince us not to delineate tells us that you depend on us and that you need us. You're kind of telling on yourselves, man, without telling on yourself. You don't have to admit anything now, we know it. The fact that you are in our spaces, social media, come among us talking about delineation is xenophobia. What's it to y'all? What's it to y'all? Oh, you need us, that's why. That's what you're really saying. That's all you saying, man. Anybody who will come around another group of people trying to convince them that what they're doing is wrong, just means you want to really be around those people. You don't want to lose access to those people. That's all you saying, man. That's all you saying. And that also goes to the civil rights era. And that's why I would say, like, I hope my family members wasn't those black people sitting in white diners and shit, taking that abuse. Like, man, don't be sitting around and people trying to go to their restaurants and eat their food and drink their drink. That also meant back then that those black people who we saw in the civil rights era going around white spaces, trying to swim with white folks, they actually wanted to be around white people. They can lie and say it's something else, and it's trying to break down barriers. No, you're trying to force yourself around people who don't like you. That means you want to be around them. You're looking for acceptance. That's all it means, man. People, language is not just with words. It's with actions. So we can apply that logic across the board. You know, you got black people during the civil rights era trying to force themselves in white areas under the guise of we want to break down barriers. No, somebody hates you, they don't want you around them. Why would you want to be around them? You gonna love them to death? You gonna love them while they stabbing you? That's what that means. You gonna love them while they stabbing you. You giving them a hug, you embracing them with the warm embrace, and they stabbing you, or beating you, or punching you. Same thing with you tethers. We're not doing that as of yet. We're telling y'all get from around us. Get from the F around from around us. Yeah, coming around. Hey, but you need us. Hey, the delineation. What your delineation? The white man, this, that. The white man, this and that. See us as black and all this. All right, y'all want to know that until we start delineating. don't y'all speak out against them on your own? Why y'all don't speak out against them? So y'all don't have no fight in them. Y'all want us to do it. That's why y'all need us around. Y'all don't have the courage to do it. But we don't need y'all. Tethers. We don't need y'all. But I will say this, any ally we do need, allies is always needed. Allies is always useful. But you're a tether. By definition, you're not an ally, you're an enemy. So you're not needed. You're somebody who against our culture. Y'all say we don't have no culture. But yet the way y'all dress and y'all talk, the way y'all speak is our culture. You don't speak like white folks, the nasally voice. Or you don't talk about the things they like and enjoy. White people have a separate culture from us, man. Even suburban white people and suburban black people are different. Yeah, it does seem like that black person who grew up in the suburbs and went to a white school is talks white or seems white, quote unquote talk white, or they have white interests. No, there's something in black people. If they black people are not a tether like y'all, then you can see that difference, man. There's always something that I can relate to, even in a suburban black person. There's something. That something is, no matter how suburban they are and they thinking, going to a white school for most of their life, they still have to deal with racism, and that's going to shape your mind in a certain way. We always had that commonality. You can't escape it so long as systemic white supremacy exists. And it does. So that's the thing with a lot of you tethers out here, man. Y'all need to understand that. See, from where y'all come from, y'all dominated by white supremacy remotely in most cases. An Asian supremacy, aka white supremacy. They first in command. That's who the Asians are, really. To white supremacy, to white society, they're the first in command. They the next level below them. The Japanese, the Chinese, the lighter their skin, the Koreans. You got a lot of Korean movies shown on Netflix, shows on Netflix. They're enjoyable to watch. With English dubbed. But there's a reason why they showing all their stuff on Netflix. And they talk about Kim Jong-un, whatever his name is. They really his enemy. And if they was his enemy, it just goes to show you what nuclear weapons can do. That dude has nukes. North Korean commander, whatever. He has nukes. That changes the game, man. I'm gonna go off the little side for a little bit. I'm just saying, if black people really want to be free, or be as free as we can be on this earth, among white people, we must get nuclear capabilities. That's a must. We must have the means to lay waste to the planet in order to be respected. Like all you tellers talking about what the white man ain't doing to y'all in y'all country. They can just literally lay waste to your whole continent. They can lay waste to the continent of Africa. It'd be destroyed, utterly removed out of history. Be off the map, man. Nuclear weapons are very devastating. Not only the blast, but the nuclear radiation it leaves behind. You won't even be able to come back to the land, even if you escape the blast. You'd be locked out. What would y'all go in? Like, man. And I believe that'll happen. If any of you African nations rose up and start attacking a UN nation or something, or a European nation, United States, they would do what they did to Japan. They would use that example again. And they would do it because y'all don't have no nuclear capabilities. See, they'd be reluctant to do that to a nuclear capable nation. Even if you was a small island, if you had 1,000 nukes, hell, even 100, even 10, they still would be reluctant. You can hear about they shoot down and all that. All it takes is one. All it takes is one nuke to make it to somewhere like New York, some major hub, Los Angeles. Complete devastation. Not only would it wipe them off the map, we wouldn't even be able to build in New York for a while, for decades. I'm just saying. That's why the U.S. backed down against certain nations, man. And the certain nations with nuclear capabilities, they don't want that it mutually assured destruction, man. Just saying, man. That's the only way for us to coexist as black people. Those of us who call ourselves black, we must get nuclear capabilities. If not nuclear, we gotta have some kind of mass destructive capabilities. Biological. We had to be the only ones with the cure. It had to be something like that. Something that can lay waste to a population. Either biological or nuclear. We only had a cure, and it must be guarded, meaning people who try to steal it, espionage, spy it away, will be killed on sight. That kind of guarded. They made an example out of it. I'm talking about Negan Headskull bashed on live television. Those are kind of examples that had to be made to keep that kind of secret. Cure to a biological weapon. Just saying. But back to your tethers, man. You gotta realize, man, FBA, y'all call us black Americans, we don't need y'all. We don't need y'all at all, man. Like, y'all kind of worthless, man. I ain't gonna say worthless in the sense where we can't use y'all for something. Maybe a decoy or something like that, a diversion, while the white supremacists get y'all. We'd be escape somewhere, retreated, strategic retreat. Let y'all get holed up, get Swiss cheesed up. I'm just saying, man. We don't really need y'all. Y'all be coming around us. Y'all be talking about how good y'all are and how smart y'all are, how much money y'all got. That's good. That's good. What we're seeing now, by the fact that y'all keep coming around telling us this, how much y'all need us. You wouldn't come to somebody, like, if I have dislike with somebody, I'm not going to come around and talking about it. I'm trying to convince them. Not even talking about, I'm trying to convince them that what they're doing is wrong. So what are you guys saying? Y'all really don't have disdain for us? Why aren't you telling that to your other immigrant buddies? Y'all rooms and all that, y'all ex-spaces, shade rooms, and clubhouse and all that stuff. Why don't y'all tell them what they shouldn't be doing? Y'all never tell them, hey, stop attacking these FBA. We are brothers. Never hear that from y'all. So y'all even scared of your own. But y'all keep coming at up. Man, hey, we're not gonna soften up. That's what y'all need to get. We're not like once a person have a certain mindset. Those of us who call ourselves foundational black Americans, we locked in, man. Our mindset is locked in to what we believe in. Like you're not gonna come around and just change that to make us see you a certain way. We already see you a certain way. It's not gonna be something you can just come in and speak off and then we're gonna see it your way. We're not gonna see it your way. We're gonna see you as an enemy, as a person trying to be deceptive. Just like I always use this analogy from Star Wars. When Anakin Skywalker, before he first became Darth Vader, and this is a powerful scene to me. How he was faced off with the Obi-Wan Kenobi, his teacher. He was a young Darth Vader before he was Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. Him and Obi-Wan had a disagreement in philosophies. And they was both arguing like, I don't see it your way and I don't see it your way. And then it's like, well, this is just what's gonna be now. They start fighting. This is what we gotta do. Well, we have nothing more to talk about then. It's like that. That's what I want y'all tellers to understand. This applies to you white supremacists too, man. You keep coming around trying to convince us and call ourselves FBA. FBA goes farther than just the lineage, man. It's the mindset. It's everything kind of combined with it. You know, the conscious movement, conscious community, all that fused with the awakening, the understanding of our lineage, and the pride in it, and the upholding of it. All that goes hand in hand. So usually when you find somebody call themselves an FBA, they're gonna be conscious of systemic white supremacy, what it means and how to deal with it, more so than a person who's unconscious about it, than a black or non-white who's unconscious about it. Because all white people know about it. Those who are old enough to know their colors, as Mr. Neely Fuller says. So yeah, y'all not gonna change hearts, man. It's not that we see y'all think we gotta keep reinforcing. We gotta fight against ourselves. Like no, I'm just gonna hate these tethers. I'm gonna have disdain for these tethers. No, I ain't trying to hear. I ain't trying to let myself. It's not a hardening of heart. We're not continually hardening our hearts. It's already solid against you, mother effers. Our hearts is already adamantium. We have no remorse, no nothing, no empathy, no sympathy for you tethers, man. You guys are enemies. And when I say enemies, that means somebody who's trying to kill us. Basically, you're trying to do it in a espionage, a sneaky kind of way. You're siding with the white supremacists, and you hoping for a downfall. We don't look at that as a game. I don't know how y'all treat y'all tribalism over there, but some of y'all eat each other or y'all kill your enemies. So, but we see it just as deadly. Just as deadly. We don't look at that as a joke, man. Like, we don't take that lightly. Somebody infiltrated our organizations and changed them into an organization to help y'all. Y'all help your own using our organizations and push us out. Hey man, that's unforgivable. As even Tariq Nasheed said, that's unforgivable. You guys are infiltrators and spies and saboteurs to what we have going on. And y'all will hear me and other guys, other FBA talk about these things and think it's a game and think it's not that serious. Y'all think we're gonna talk to y'all, we're gonna keep talking to y'all about it. We're gonna do something to y'all. I'm saying this on the record. We're gonna do something to y'all. Y'all can take that how y'all want. Something gonna be done physically, not just verbally. Like, man, we ain't playing with y'all, man. Y'all keep coming around us, disbanding us when we have a certain energy against white supremacists. Because the only way to deal with white supremacists, man, violence gonna have to come into the picture. There's no way around it. There's no way to solve that problem. It's like, how could I say dealing with white supremacy is like? See, Mr. Neely Fuller got a different way about it. But even he says it's either gonna be resolved one or two ways. Either the white supremacists gonna wipe us out, or we gonna chip it away to it dissolve itself. But basically, we just gotta force them to make that decision. Y'all gonna try to wipe us out? Well, on guard, motherfucker. Let the Great War begin. But I'm just saying, man, we're not gonna hope a bully away, man. We're not gonna. The only thing that's working so far is the chipping away of white supremacy. slowly but surely. But it's not really working. It's not really working. It's just being morphed. We're still being fed illusions of change. Okay, took us out of chains. Why did that happen? Antebellum slavery. Why did that end? I should say, quote unquote, the chain phase, the direct overseer phase, using weaponry. Why? Because it made white people a slave. They had to be slaves. They had to get up early in the morning to make sure their nickels was kept in line. They didn't want to do that.